Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Nishit Kumar and with me is Prashant Kumar Sinha with the midday news. The headlines. Nation celebrates Girl Child Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says government undertakes many initiatives to empower girl child and sensitize gender equality. Ninth round of talks between India and China begin at Moldo near LAC to defuse border standoff. Over 15 lakh people vaccinated so far in the country. Active COVID-19 caseload contracts to 1.84 lakhs. Home Minister Amit Shah attends first Bodoland Territorial Region Accord Day celebration at Kokrajhar, Assam. Curtain falls on the 51st International Film Festival of India this evening. The coveted Golden Peacock Award to be announced at closing ceremony in Panaji, Goa. And United Nations cautions its agency staff not to travel by any Pakistan-registered airline over safety concerns. As the nation fights the COVID-19 pandemic, we begin with a message of precaution to stay safe and protected by following these three simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, and focus on hand and face hygiene. And now the news in detail. The National Girl Child Day is being observed today. The day is observed for focusing attention on ensuring equal opportunities to the girl child. Prime Minister Narendra Modi saluted Desh Ki Beti and their accomplishments in various fields on the National Girl Child Day. In a series of tweets today, Mr. Modi said the central government has undertaken many initiatives that focus on empowering the girl child, including access to education, better healthcare, and improving gender sensitivity. He said today is also a day to especially appreciate all those working towards empowering the girl child and ensuring she leads a life of dignity and opportunity. Narendra Modi government has given a lot of emphasis on the issue of the girl child's education and declining child sex ratio. In January 2015, Narendra Modi government had launched the Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao scheme with an objective to address the issue of declining child sex ratio. Mr. Modi had said that there is an urgent need to reduce the increasing imbalance in ratio amongst the girl and boy child for the betterment of the society.
आज भी हमारे देश में 1000 बालक पैदा हो तो उसके सामने 1000 बालिकाएं भी पैदा होनी चाहिए, वरना संसार चक्र नहीं चल सकता। आज पूरे देश में ये चिंता का विषय। मैं जरा माताओं से पूछ रहा हूँ, अगर बेटी पैदा नहीं होगी तो बहू कहाँ से लाओगे? और इसलिए जो हम चाहते हैं वो समाज भी तो चाहता है। हम ये तो चाहते हैं कि बहू तो हमें पढ़ी लिखी मिले, लेकिन बेटी को पढ़ाना है तो 50 बार सोचने के लिए मजबूर हो जाते हैं.
Our correspondent reports that seeing the good progress and improving trend of sex ratio at birth in 161 implementing districts, Mr. Modi launched the All India expansion of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao covering all 640 districts in 2018.
A promising trend of improvement in sex ratio at birth has been observed at national level. Sex ratio at birth has improved by 16 points from 918 in 2014-15 to 934 in 2019-20. Out of 640 districts covered under Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, 422 districts have shown improvement in sex ratio at birth. Some districts which had very low sex ratio at birth in 2014-15 have shown huge improvement after implementation of the scheme. These districts include Mau in Uttar Pradesh, Karnal, Mahendragarh, Rewari in Haryana and Patiala in Punjab. Gross enrollment ratio of girls in the schools at secondary level has improved from 77.45 in 2014-15 to 81.32 in 2018-19. Percentage of schools with functional separate toilets for girls has shown improvement from 92.1% in 2014-15 to 95.1% in 2018-19. Suparna Saikya for AIR News, Delhi.
Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has urged parents to give every opportunity to nurture the talent of daughters, encourage them, empower them through education, and instill the tradition of ending discrimination against them at the family level itself. In his message on the National Girl Child Day, Mr. Naidu said right from childhood, boys should be taught to respect girls. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has extended his greetings to all daughters of the country on the occasion of the National Girl Child Day. In a series of tweets, Mr. Singh said daughters are the pride of family, society and country. He said that today the girl child is playing an active role in every sphere of life, including defence of the country. In his message, Home Minister Amit Shah said Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao has led to increase in enrollment of girls in schools and unprecedented improvement in the sex ratio. He reiterated government's commitment to make the girl child self-reliant.
The centre is committed towards education and enhanced and active participation of the girl child under its flagship scheme Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. The Ministry of Education initiated the Samagra Shiksha program, which is an integrated scheme for school education under which various interventions have been targeted for girls' education. In addition to this, Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalayas (KGBVs) have been sanctioned in educationally backward blocks in the country to reduce gender gaps at all levels of school education and to provide quality education to girls from disadvantaged groups. Our correspondent takes a look.
Mahatma Gandhi said that if you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate an entire family. Girls' education goes beyond getting them into schools. It is also about ensuring that they learn and feel safe while being there, have the opportunity to complete all levels of education, acquiring the knowledge and skills to compete in the job market and society. The social campaign Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, actively persuaded by Prime Minister Narendra Modi since he assumed office, aims at bringing holistic changes addressing the impediments in educating girl child. Under Samagra Shiksha, over 5,700 Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalayas have been sanctioned in the country with enrollment of over 6 lakh girls. Various other interventions pushed by the centre including opening of schools in the neighbourhood, provision of gender-segregated toilets in schools, provision for self-defence training for the girls and free textbooks to girls up to class 8 have started bearing positive results. Even in the historic reforms brought about by the National Education Policy of 2020, a proposal to constitute a Gender Inclusion Fund targeting the development of girl child has been made. The fund will focus on ensuring 100% enrollment of girls in schooling and will boost their participation rate in higher education. Anand Chaturvedi, AIR News, Delhi.
Shooter Manisha Keer, a sportswoman from Madhya Pradesh, is an example of determination who broke the glass ceiling in spite of her humble background. More from our Bhopal correspondent.
The daughter of a fisherman, Manisha Keer, used to support her father from catching fishes to selling them in the local market of Bhopal. Although she was interested in shooting, she couldn't pursue the sport as her family couldn't afford the required training and equipment. Today, Manisha thanks Prime Minister Narendra Modi for giving her and many others like her opportunity through Khelo India scheme and other infrastructural support.
खेलो इंडिया में आने के बाद 8 साल तक सपोर्ट करते हैं, को पॉकेट मनी देते हैं 10,000 रुपए महीने, हमें मेडल भी मिलता है, उसके बाद मेडल का पैसा भी मिलता है। तो मतलब ये अपॉर्चुनिटी बहुत अच्छी है कि हमारे लिए खेलो इंडिया यूथ गेम्स रखा गया है।
Manisha's story is nothing short of inspiration for young girls to come forward in spite of challenges. Pooja P. Vardhan, AIR News, Bhopal.
In Maharashtra's Beed district, strict implementation of the PCPNDT Act, the government's efforts to Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao and various social campaigns have resulted in the district leading in the female birth rate not just in the state but in the country. It is noted that Beed had earned a dubious distinction for incidents of female feticide some years back. However, the positive change witnessed today is a welcome step in erasing the sordid tale of the past. More from our Mumbai correspondent.
A profound change has been witnessed in Beed district of Maharashtra, where parents now take pride in having a girl child. Various machineries of the government have worked in tandem to bring about this change. There was a time when incidents of female feticide were registered on a large number in this particular district. But now, people are overjoyed when a girl child is born. As a mark of honor, a procession of newborn girl's mother is also taken out in different villages of the district. Sweets are distributed as birth of a girl child is considered as a good omen. Earlier, the sex ratio was 848 females per 1,000 males. It has now improved to 967 females per 1,000 males. Besides, the government has permanently terminated the licenses of all the sonography centers where illegal sex determination tests were conducted. With Shashi Kevadkar from Beed, this is Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Telangana, the quality of life of girl children in Kondaipalli, a tiny village in Karimnagar district, has completely changed after villagers drew inspiration from the central government flagship program Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. The villagers have set up a foundation called Ma Uri Mahalakshmi, meaning goddess of wealth of our village, after one of them took initiative for protecting girl child and ensuring their education in the village. More from our Hyderabad correspondent.
A few years ago, girl children in Kondaipalli village of Karimnagar district in Telangana used to be treated as rejects. Enrollment of girls in schools was very low besides high dropouts. But setting up of a foundation called Ma Uri Mahalakshmi means goddess of wealth of our village, initiated by a youth, Srinivas, changed the mindset of the entire village. He was moved by the plight of girls in his village as they are facing rejection by own parents, remaining uneducated and not having social respect. Inspired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi's beloved program, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Srinivas started the foundation.
पेरेंट्स को अवेयरनेस लेके आके बेटी और बेटा बहुत सेम है और बेटी की भी हम लोग बचाने के लिए बहुत सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने स्टेट गवर्नमेंट बहुत स्कीम्स भी लेके आ रहे हैं आजकल. जो भी हमारा गांव में बेटी पैदा होते हैं उसको 5,000 रुपया हमारा फाउंडेशन का तरफ से और पेरेंट्स का तरफ से 5,000 रुपीज, 10,000 रुपया हम लोग सुकन्या समृद्धि योजना स्कीम का तरफ से फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट करके वो पासबुक हम लोग पेरेंट्स को दे रहे हैं. और उसका बाद भी जो महिला उसका माता जो है वो लोग को हम लोग अवेयरनेस लेके आके उसको बोल रहे हैं.
Karimnagar district collector K. Shashank also joined hands with the foundation and helped 4 girls of the village. Now the villagers are making baby steps to make their girls empowered, while others want to emulate the spirit of Kondaipalli. With Sampath Kumar, Lakshmi, AIR News, Hyderabad.
Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao Andolan has improved the gender ratio and reduced the girl-child infanticide in the country. In Karnataka, the program is being implemented in Vijayapura, Gadag, Haveri, Dakshina Kannada and Bagalkot, where the gender ratio was below 935 females to 1,000 male ratio. More details from our Karnataka correspondent.
There are 4,993 scanning centers registered in Karnataka, of which 4,715 are private scanning centers and 278 are government scanning centers. Government of Karnataka is conducting decoy operation to expose the suspects indulging in the offence of determining sex and awarding a remuneration of Rs 50,000 on success of each sting operation. Till date, a total of 84 cases have been registered for violating PC and PNDT Act, of which 43 cases are penalized for violation and 41 cases are pending for judgment. The government has introduced Balika software for effective reporting violations. To empower the untrained registered medical practitioners who conduct the scanning, they are given competency-based test and education in collaboration with Department of Medical Education. A total of 198 doctors have successfully cleared the exams and are issued certificates. To create awareness among the public, effective IEC is being publicized through radio and video jingles. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
Indian and Chinese are across the table for the 9th time today to focus and work out the disengagement in the eastern Ladakh region. Talks began at Moldo BPO on the China side between the military commanders of India and China this morning. Sources said that India would focus and insist on China to implement the 5-point agreement as decided between External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi at a meeting in Moscow in September of last year on the sidelines of a Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO conclave. On the other hand, Indian Army is well prepared even in the freezing temperatures on the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh region, with frequent and morale-boosting visits of senior officials of the Army like COAS General M.M. Naravane and Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat. The armed forces are highly motivated. Ladakh district authorities have also opened the world-famous tourist destination Pangong Lake for tourists early this month.
A total number of 15,82,201 people have been administered COVID-19 vaccines in the country so far. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry said that more than 1,91,000 people have been inoculated with COVID-19 doses in the last 24 hours. Briefing media on COVID vaccine, Additional Health Secretary Dr. Manohar Agnani said the hospitalization against vaccination is only 0.0007%. Mr. Agnani said 6 deaths have been reported till date and none of these deaths have been causally linked with COVID-19 vaccination.
As on 23rd January 2021, a total of 15,37,190 beneficiaries have been vaccinated for COVID-19 and for which a total of 27,776 sessions have been held. Another highlight is that in states and UTs, prominent doctors after getting vaccinated are becoming part of the communication campaign.
Meanwhile, the country's COVID-19 recovery rate reached 96.83%. with a total recovery of more than 15,000 patients in the last 24 hours. The minister said that more than 1 crore 3 lakh patients have already recovered from this disease. COVID-19 active cases is on a declining trajectory in the country. Presently, the total number of active cases in the country is 1,84,408, which comprises only 1.73% of the total positive cases. In Maharashtra, until now, nearly 1 lakh health workers have been administered the first dose of COVID-19 preventive vaccine. Our Mumbai correspondent reports about 24,282 health workers were inoculated with the first dose of the vaccine.
83% health workers were inoculated at 290 vaccination centers yesterday in Maharashtra. So far, 99,242 beneficiaries have taken the jabs of COVID-19 preventive vaccine. Gondia, Gadchiroli, Wardha, Amravati, Jalna, Beed, Dhule, Hingoli, Nanded and Osmanabad districts reported over 100% vaccination. Bharat Biotech's Covaxin is being administered at 6 sites in Maharashtra with daily targets of 600 immunizations across the state. Principal Secretary State Health Department Dr. Pradeep Vyas said the number of days to conduct the vaccination drive per week has been raised from 4 days to 5 days now. According to officials, around 3 lakh health workers will be vaccinated now as they need to take the second dose after a gap of 4 weeks. Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Mumbai.
The World Health Organization has thanked India and Prime Minister Narendra Modi for continued support in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. In a tweet, WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said, "We can stop this virus and save lives and livelihoods only if we act together, including sharing of knowledge." India has been sending vaccines to countries in the South Asian region and others like Brazil and Morocco. South Africa will also get the vaccine soon. India dispatched 2 million doses of Covishield vaccines to Brazil on Friday. Brazil President Jair Bolsonaro has thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for assisting with vaccine exports from India to Brazil. In a tweet, Mr. Bolsonaro said Brazil feels honored to have a great partner to overcome a global obstacle by joining efforts. In response to this, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the honor is India's to be a trusted partner of Brazil in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic together. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said that early evidence suggests the variant of coronavirus that emerged in the UK may be more deadly. The data comes from mathematicians comparing death rates in people infected with either the new or the old versions of the virus. The new, more infectious variant has already spread widely across the UK. Government data says a total of 4,076 COVID patients were on hospital ventilators as on Friday. This is higher than during the first wave, when the peak was 3,301 on the 12th of April. It comes as another 1,348 deaths and 33,552 new infections were reported on Saturday. You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Nation celebrates Girl Child Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says government undertakes many initiatives to empower girl child and sensitize gender equality. 9th round of talks between India and China at Moldo near LAC to defuse border standoff. Over 15 lakh people vaccinated so far in the country. Active COVID-19 caseload contracts to 1.84 lakhs. Home Minister Amit Shah attends first Bodoland Territorial Region Accord Day celebrations at Kokrajhar, Assam. Curtains fall on the 51st International Film Festival of India this evening. The coveted Golden Peacock Awards to be announced at the closing ceremony in Panaji, Goa. And United Nations cautions its agency staff not to travel by any Pakistan-registered airline over safety concerns. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
Welcome back. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has said that due to the efforts of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, a new era of development and peace has prevailed in Bodoland Territorial Region. Addressing the opening ceremony of the first BTR, Bodoland Territorial Region, Accord Day celebrations at Kokrajhar in Assam, the Home Minister said that once the region was known for terror and bloodshed, and this area will now become the most developed area of the state. Mr. Modi is committed for the development of Northeast and also did all measures to put an end to the era of violence in the region.
बोडो शांति समझौते ने प्रधानमंत्री जी ने एक निर्देश दिया कि पूरे उत्तर पूर्व में जहां जहां अशांति है, इंसर्जेंसी है, सभी लोगों के वार्ता करिए और उनके साथ शांति का रास्ता प्रशस्त करिए. आपका चुनाव भी समाप्त हो गया है और शांति के एक नए युग की शुरुआत हुई. सालों से चली आई समस्या जिसने 5000 से ज्यादा लोगों की जान ली, मोदी जी के इनिशिएटिव के कारण आज ये समस्या शांत हो गई है और आने वाले अनेक सालों तक ये हमारा बोडो क्षेत्र विकास के रास्ते पर आगे चल पड़ेगा.
Mr. Shah further said a slew of development measures have been taken for the development of the BTR as promised earlier. He said that 500 crore rupees have been sanctioned for the road development in BTR. The BTR accord was signed last year on the 27th of January in New Delhi. The National Voters' Day, NVD, will be celebrated tomorrow across the country to encourage, facilitate and maximize enrollment, especially for the new voters. The day is celebrated on the 25th of January every year since 2011 all across the country to mark the Foundation Day of Election Commission of India. President Ramnath Kovind will be the chief guest at the national function being organized in New Delhi. The theme for this year's NVD is Making Our Voters Empowered, Vigilant, Safe and Informed. It also focuses on the Commission's commitment towards conducting elections safely during the COVID-19 pandemic. During the event, the President of India will confer the national awards for the year 2020-21 and launch ECI's web radio, Hello Voters. The National Voters' Day is utilized to spread awareness among voters and for promoting informed participation in the electoral process. Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad will also be present on the occasion with launch of e-Epic program and distribute e-Epics and elector photo identity cards to 5 new voters.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah has launched the Ayushman CAPF health scheme in Guwahati for around 28 lakh Central Armed Police Forces and their families in all the states where the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana is operational. Addressing the gathering, Mr. Shah paid tributes to Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. He said it was a great occasion coinciding with the Parakram Divas to start Ayushman Bharat scheme for the Central Armed Police Forces.
और कैशलेस सिस्टम है, आप कार्ड दे दीजिए, वो स्वैप कर लेंगे, आप चले जाइए, आपको कोई चिंता करने की जरूरत. और उसी का मॉडल अपनाते हुए गृह विभाग ने ये प्रधानमंत्री आयुष्मान भारत योजना का एक एक्सटेंशन CAPF आयुष्मान की शुरुआत की. इसके तहत लगभग 10 लाख CAPF के जवान और अधिकारी और 50 लाख के आसपास कुल मिलाकर उनके परिवार परिजन, ये 50 लाख लोगों को कहीं पर भी देश के अंदर 24,000 अस्पताल के अंदर आप सिर्फ कार्ड लेकर उसको स्वैप कर आप आपके परिजनों का इलाज करा सकते हो.
Madhya Pradesh has become the first state to get additional funds for capital projects for successfully carrying out reforms in various citizen-centric areas. The Department of Expenditure, Ministry of Finance has allocated additional 660 crore rupees to the state for capital expenditure for undertaking the One Nation, One Ration Card reforms, ease of doing business reforms and urban local bodies reforms. The state has also completed a part of the fourth reform, the power sector reform. 50% of the approved amount has also been released to the state as first installment for the approved projects.
The tableau from the Union Territory of Ladakh will participate in Republic Day Parade on Rajpath for the first time this year. Ladakh's tableau depicts the iconic Thiksay Monastery located on top of a hill in Thiksay in Leh district and is one of the most visited tourist sites in the region. It also showcases the Indian Astronomical Observatory located in Hanle near Leh, one of the world's highest sites for optical, infrared and gamma ray telescopes. Ladakh tableau also highlights the vision for Ladakh to be carbon neutral. A total of 17 states and UTs will be represented on the Rajpath in this year's parade through their vibrant tableau, besides that of various ministries and the three armed forces. Months after the story of dubious flying license pilots case in Pakistan broke out, the United Nations has cautioned its agency staff not to travel by any Pakistan-registered airline over safety concerns. The advisory was issued by the UN Security Management System, UNSMS. It said due to an ongoing investigation by the Civil Aviation Authority of Pakistan into dubious licenses, caution is advised about the use of Pakistan-registered air operators. In December last year, European Union Aviation Safety Agency EASA had extended a ban on Pakistan International Airlines for 3 months.
As curtains fall on the 51st International Film Festival of India, IFFI, the coveted Golden Peacock Award will be announced at the closing ceremony of the festival in Panaji, Goa in a short while. Our correspondent adds 15 delectable lineup of movies, including 3 from India, which entertained, inspired and moved film lovers at IFFI, are competing for the prestigious Golden Peacock and other awards.
The ceremony of the 51st IFFI will be held at the Shyama Prasad Stadium near Panaji. Renowned actress Zinat Aman will be the chief guest. Minister of State for the Environment, Forest and Climate Change Babul Supriyo will also grace the occasion. Despite the challenges and restrictions due to the pandemic, IFFI this time, though on hybrid mode, turned out to be a great success. Delegates too expressed the satisfaction regarding this aspect. IFFI had started on the 16th January. The movie screened in the various categories such as the Indian Panorama, Kaleidoscope, World Panorama and other displayed a thematic variety. Press conferences, in-conversation session, master classes provided an opportunity for the student and amateur filmmakers to update themselves with the latest technical and other component of this process. With Mukesh Thali, Tushar Jadhav for AR News from Panaji, Goa.
Now let us take a look at the weather update for today. In Srinagar, the minimum temperature was -2 degrees Celsius while the maximum will be around 5 degrees. Jammu is expected to have mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening with temperature hovering between 7 and 16 degrees Celsius. Leh has partly cloudy sky. The minimum temperature was -7 degrees Celsius while the maximum will be around 0.6 degrees. Gilgit is expected to have partly clear sky. Temperature will vary between -6 degrees and 11 degrees Celsius. In Muzaffarabad, the minimum temperature was 1 degree Celsius while the maximum will be 12 degrees Celsius. The sky looks clear in the day. Dehradun has mainly clear sky. The minimum temperature was 6 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be around 23 degrees. National capital experienced dense fog in the morning. The minimum temperature was 8 degrees Celsius while the maximum will be around 18 degrees. Mumbai has clear sky. City recorded a minimum temperature of 16 degrees and the maximum will be likely to be around 30 degrees Celsius. Chennai is likely to witness generally cloudy sky. Temperature will vary between 23 and 31 degrees Celsius. Kolkata observed minimum temperature of 14 degrees Celsius. Maximum will be around 23 degrees. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Nation celebrates Girl Child Day. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says government undertakes many initiatives to empower girl child and sensitize gender equality. 9th round of talks between India and China begin at Moldo near LSE to defuse border standoff. Over 15 lakh people vaccinated so far in the country. Active COVID-19 caseload contracts to 1.84 lakhs. Home Minister Amit Shah attends the first Bodoland Territorial Region Accord Day celebrations at Kokrajhar, Assam. Curtains fall on the 51st International Film Festival of India this evening. The coveted Golden Peacock Award to be announced at closing ceremony in Panaji, Goa, and United Nations cautions its agency staff not to travel by any Pakistan-registered airline over safety concerns. And with that, we end the midday news.